But in the 11 months that I've been a blonde, I have tried to pick up a 2-tiered, extra-wide, heavy glass media console in my Miata, been unsuccessful at letting myself into the bathroom at my doctor's office because I couldn't figure out which way the handle turned. It didn't, you just had to push. Spent nearly 30 seconds wondering why I couldn't unscrew a bottle of beer before realizing it was already open. And had my aging stove hauled away for bulk trash pickup just minutes before I realized I hadn't yet cooked my lunch. Did I mention I graduated from private school? I would like to blame my age and, okay, maybe the weed, for these slips of reason and common sense, but the truth is I'm not confidently sure how much of these lapses of the most simple of cognitive skills can be traced to the day I came home with my goldy locks, and damn it all to hell if I said I didn't giggle a hell of a lot more these days. But on the bright side, as a truly blonde friend said in consolation, when you're blonde, no one expects you to be smart, so when you fuck up, it's okay. Underestimation is not new. I have been pat on the head for being 5'1", instructed on how to use my tire pressure gauge because I'm a woman, been on the receiving end of an order of cocktails because of my tats, and asked if I speak English because I'm Asian. Did I mention I got my BA from SC? I sometimes wonder how to play to my advantage, to teach lessons by letting others think my knowledge of literature is limited to People, Us Weekly, In Touch, and Star Magazine just long enough to ninja their asses by talking about post-colonial and neo-nationalist class and color politics or tribal divisions in Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's Half of a Yellow Sun. Did I mention my master's degree was in English? But looks are deceiving, and we read books by their cover, and underestimation is nothing new, it just comes in different colors, and maybe if I were blonde from Sweden or Norway, people wouldn't speak to me simply, but blonde from Hawaii? Primitive on dumb? Witness that once upon a time and not so long ago, someone on the plane asked me what we use for money instead of US dollars. And once upon a time and a little longer ago, others asked me if I climbed a coconut tree for my dinner. And just the other day, someone said, you Hawaiians are just so laid back and carefree. And for the uku-billion time, I was like, Hawaiian is a bloodline, not a label you get just because you live here, dumb motherfucker. Actually, not really. I said, yes, I was born and raised in Hawaii, but I'm not racially Hawaiian. In Hawaii, we don't say Hawaiian unless we mean by blood. In fact, the delineation between what we call local and Hawaiian is a contested arena that depends on several cultural signifiers, not excluding heritage, place, and genealogy. Furthermore, the high cost of living and wage disparity often means many of us hold multiple jobs. Did I mention I have a PhD? Maybe underestimation is, well, underestimated. I mean, it's kind of nice not being expected to ever know shit. But I worry that it's so nice that the Chicago Tribune really gets to think that the presidential library belongs there and not here because, quote, with no insult to Hawaii's respect for the life of the mind, it's fair to say that very few people go there in fierce pursuit of book learning. And a quote, and Adam Carolla really gets to dare us to name a single Hawaiian who's ever done anything of significance ever. And Dave Chappelle really gets to tell us about pussy juice instead of what it was like watching 12 Years a Slave. Come on, Dave. So, if there's one good thing that comes out of all of this, it's that I've learned not to hold back, to confuse you by wearing a tat-bearing muscle tee and motorcycle boots while I wax poetic about the dance of breath in Sanskrit mantra, to let my students turn in essays to Dr. Kwon while they ask me when my band plays next, to smoke that occasional cigarette and sip fine scotch while I talk of the beauty of headstands in yoga, and yes, I do teach it, and to blush like a little girl when I fall in love. And in return, I promise not to devalue you based on your look, that I will not engage, will not prejudge, will not walk away till you open your mouth and show me your mind. They say you'll never go broke underestimating the intelligence of the American public, and I say not underestimating your intelligence gives me wealth. And so, I am wealthy, and I thank you for listening. And if you pardon me now, I've got to get on the roof because I hear the drinks are on the house. Thank you.
Make some noise for your sacrificial poet. Yes. She got smarter every time she flipped the page. It was like, did I mention I have a PhD? Did I mention I'm an astronaut? It was like, what the fuck? Like, who are you, Brenda? All right, so are you ready for a poetry slam?